Adam of the PBD Podcast always has the strongest takes when it comes to Candace Owens. Every single time he speaks about Candace, he's always saying some of the strongest takes, some of the most negative. Well, you know what? Actually, kind of. I don't want to say he walks the line. He kind of walks the line and then steps over and then comes back to the line again, and then steps over the line and he comes back. But I'm not sure what's going on over there at PBD. I love the show. I love PBD podcast. I watch it regularly. I can't act as if I'm not a fan of the show. However, I do notice that PBD himself has been a little bit more, um, I would say, soft when it comes down to Bibi Netanyahu, and I'm not sure why. However, I'm sure there's a very good reason for that. I don't know. Usually, PBD has some pretty good pretty good solid takes in regards to certain things. I look at him as being a very fair, neutral person. However, when it came down to Bibi Netanyahu, um, I don't know. But anyway,
Valuable currency you have with the relationships you have, your friends. In my opinion, she's burned every bridge she's ever been associated with. Whether that's Turning Point USA, whether that's the Daily Wire, whether that's PragerU, Charlie Kirk, Steven Crowder. I don't know what's going on even in this room, but it's not like we're loving what she's doing these days.
I will say, Adam, that if you actually had real friends, and I'm not saying you don't have what you feel is are real friends, but if you're saying that the most valuable asset you have is your friends, then that means what Candace is doing is the right thing. Because she's been fighting so hard to find out who killed her friend, Charlie Kirk. And if you're going to knock that, then you need to walk back your statement because she's fighting for her friend. She's fighting to find out information on who killed her friend. And it seems like that bothers you maybe because she looks in the direction of Israel and Bibi Netanyahu, which as soon as you say Bibi Netanyahu, it's like you're just saying all of Jews apparently, which is not true. Um, The other thing though, I love PBD podcast. It's one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love that show. I love it. I watch it all the time. I watch it regularly. However, I have noticed that PBD himself has been a little bit more pandering towards Bibi Netanyahu. I don't want to say Israel. I'm saying pandering towards Bibi, which I find to be relatively strange. I'm not saying though that he's one of the podcasters that's getting $7,000 a month. I don't think so. I don't think he's doing that at all. I don't think so. But it is a little bit strange that he is kind of pandering a little bit more towards BB. But it is what it is. But this take here against Candace, I don't think it's the right take for Adam. I think he went the wrong direction. But let's finish it off.
I'm asking you a serious question. Who are her friends at this point?
Well,
To
I
me,
do
she's
think she
very
has friends.
lonely.
No, I think she's very close with Tucker. I do think she has a group
How many
of
more
friends.
can you name, though? Other than Tucker,
yeah.
genuine question. I'm not trying to throw her under the bus. Who's Candace's friends? Who are her allies? Can we name a name? Anyone?
Oh,
Anyone?
she's got more than you would believe.
Name a name.
No, she's
Real people, real solid people, don't have to take pictures with their friends just so they know, just so you know who their friends are. Candace to me seems like a person who is very close to her family, and she has friends that I don't I don't know, you don't know, most of the people don't know. That's the way it seems to me when I think about Candace. And I'm sure she has a lot of connections in the industry and all these other things. And I guess if you're calling Tucker her friend, then fine. But Candace just doesn't seem like that type of person to have celebrity friends and be like, oh, these are celebrities, so these are my friends. They're just anyone that has any real serious knowledge or really grounded know that celebrities are not your friends. They're not, right? They're just celebrities. They're there to shine. Like they're there to do their thing. And most of them are probably drunk anyway and high. So, when you need them, they're not going to be around. I assure you.
got a lot of them.
I'm sure that there's
She does.
Twitter army out there.
Yeah,
but what famous names advocates are saying, I'm with Candace? Tucker, maybe? Who else?
No,
I can't name one.
First thing I'd like to clarify is I have never been friends with Steven Crowder. I just feel like that is really not good dirt to throw on my name. I just have better intuition than that. Secondly, my friend Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck, hence the reason we're doing this entire podcast investigation into what actually happened on that day. Now, you seem to be naming employers regarding the Daily Wire. I am still friends with every single one of my colleagues that I was friends when I went in there. And yeah, when you leave a job, you don't tend to hang out with management on your way out. So I'm not sure what you're referencing here. If you mean that I am not one of those basic bitches who needs to post every second of when I'm hanging out with people so that people think that I'm cool and I'm surrounded by individuals, you would be right. Because I'm a person who grew up on Kanye West's music. And it's so funny that I was blasting his early music, one of his first songs, All Falls Down, and he speaks about this. This is how they create the Matrix. Insecure men speak like that, okay? They want people who are insecure to allow terrible things to happen because they say, well, you can hang out with me. You can hang out with me. All you have to do is just not talk about the Epstein files, and you might get invited to Mar-a-Lago. Don't you want to be invited to Mar-a-Lago? Don't you want to go to Mar-a-Lago? Then why don't you look away when we talk about children being abused? It's so weird. Like, don't you want to have like really all of the invites to Mar-a-Lago, and you can hang out, you can get dressed up and hang out with cool people in Hollywood if you just look the other way when children are being abused? This is that mentality, okay? It's disgusting, it's gross, but more importantly, it is insecure. So I want to remind you guys that your real friends do not need to be famous, okay? My best friends are not famous, and you should be close with your family. You should have real value in your life. Part of the Matrix requires you to have this sort of instinct to think celebrities are cool and that they glitter and they're golden. The majority of them are pretty effed up and drunk. That's the reality.
Adam, Candace came back and ate peer food on that one, bro. Like, you didn't stand a chance. You should have left that one alone. But honestly, maybe you should leave all the big fish to PBD, my brother. Just trust me, that just didn't look good, man.